There's a thought you've been carrying for years. You don't notice it anymore. You don't question it. But it quietly drains your energy, your discipline, and your calm. It sounds reasonable. Responsible even, but Stoics would tell you this. If a thought doesn't help you act well, it doesn't deserve your attention. And this one doesn't. Here's the thought. I need to think this through until it feels resolved. Most people live inside that sentence. They replay conversations. They rehearse explanations. They imagine future reactions. They believe they're being careful, but they're not being careful. They're being occupied. Stoics saw this as a quiet form of self-sabotage, because discipline isn't about doing more, it's about carrying less. That thought feels productive, but it creates friction. It keeps the mind slightly tense, slightly distracted, never fully present. You're not resting. You're not acting. You're hovering. Marcus Aurelius warned against this exact habit, dragging unnecessary impressions around like burdens. Not every thought needs your participation. Most don't. This is where people expect advice. They expect techniques. Rules. Mental tricks. Stoicism offers something simpler and harder. Stop adding weight. No affirmations. No reframing. No replacement thought. Just removal. The error isn't negative thinking. It's overthinking what no longer requires action. Stoics separated life into two categories. What requires action? What does not? Anything outside those categories was excess. If a thought doesn't guide your next action or improve your character, it's noise. Carrying it doesn't make you responsible. It makes you distracted. Stoics didn't remove emotion. They removed. Imagine conversations, hypothetical outcomes, unnecessary explanations, mental rehearsals. They refused to carry thoughts that had no function. That's why their discipline looked calm. They weren't managing more. They were managing less. Here's the relief. You don't need to resolve every thought. You don't need to understand everything right now. You don't need closure before moving forward. You only need to ask one question. Does this thought require action? If the answer is no, it doesn't get carried. That's Stoic discipline. Most people try to strengthen discipline by adding effort. Stoics strengthen discipline by removing unnecessary weight. Stop carrying the thought that demands constant resolution. Your mind becomes quieter, not because you force calm, but because you stopped overcrowding it. That's discipline through subtraction. If this felt lighter, there are other thoughts Stoics refuse to carry. If today's message gave you something to think about, or even just a spark of strength, make sure to subscribe. Join our community and let's grow stronger together, one Stoic step at a time.